S.S.S. Ekev, Toshin Ayin Tes. So we have the privilege of bringing you the shir this week, not just from the second holiest city in the world, not just from Chevron, but from right in front of the Ma'aras HaMachpelah, and not just in front of the Ma'aras HaMachpelah. I'm bringing this to you from the rooftop of a home that was just bought smack in the middle of, I'm not sure what to call, whether it's a beautiful neighborhood or not, but let's suffice it to say we're surrounded by people that would much rather we're not here. But we are on the roof, and we are here spreading the good word of the Nesivos Shalom on Parshas Ekev, with the holy city of Chevron right behind us. The Torah tells us, V'hoya Ekev tishma'un eis hamishpatim ha'eleh ushmartem v'asisem oisam. If you're going to listen to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you listen to the laws, and you're going to do them. And Hashem tells us, I have a reward for you. You know what your reward is? V'ahevecha uverachecha. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to bless you. And Rashi says, B'shem, the Medrash Tanchuma, on V'hoya Ekev. What is the word Ekev? What's the word doing here? The word Ekev means, it tells you that if you will keep the mitzvahs, but what type of mitzvahs? The mitzvahs that people are dosh ba'akevav. The mitzvahs that somebody might step on and tread on with the heel of their foot. In other words, the mitzvahs that somebody might do away with. And if you listen to those mitzvahs, the mitzvahs that a lot of people won't take so seriously and won't care that much about, then you will be rewarded. We're worried that people are going to minimize those type of mitzvahs, so we say you're going to have the reward, that Hashem will love you and He will bless you. And the Nesivos Shalom asks on this, why do we describe these types of mitzvahs as those mitzvahs which might be stepped on? Why don't we say that, mitzvahs that people might be mezalzel in them? Why do we use a lashon of dosh ba'akevav, that v'hoya ekev tishma'un, that you might step on it with the heel of your foot? Another thing we need to understand, says in Nesivos Shalom, is this special reward that the pasuk tells us. The pasuk tells us that if you listen to those mitzvahs, va'ahevecha uveracha, Hashem will love you. Hashem will love you and He'll bless you. And that is the reward. And if you know, in all other places in the Torah, in Parshas B'chukoisai, Hashem tells us, you listen to the mitzvahs, you'll get lots of gashmias. V'nosati gishmeichem be'itam. You'll have the rain, you'll have parnasa in the right times, all other wonderful rewards of gashmias. We have in V'hoyim Shemoya, we have V'nosati mitar artzachem. We're going to read about it in the Parsha, that I will give you, I'll make it rain. Rewards and rewards of gashmias. But here, Dafka, for some reason, the reward is one of that Hashem will love you, and that's the reward. Such a difference than being promised all that gashmias. What is it over here that Hashem is telling you, if you follow the mitzvahs, v'hoya ekev tishmon, I'm going to love you. A reward of pure spirituality. The Nesivos Shalom says, from the Rishon of Zechus Yagan Aleinu, he says, V'hoya ekev. V'hoya we know is a lashon of simcha. Vayehi is a lashon of tsar, right? V'hoya is a lashon of simcha. And the Rashi Tevos of V'hoya, the letters of the word are Vav, Hey, Yud, and Hey, right? And those letters are Yismachu, Hashamayim, V'sogel Aretz, a lashon of simcha, that everyone will rejoice. Nesivos Shalom tells us a very beautiful point. He says that the word Ekev refers to Ekev, the bottom, the end, the last generations, the generation that we live in right now, the Ikvasa, the Mashiach. Ekev and Ikvasa, the Mashiach. And the Neshamas of Klal Yisrael, says the Nesivos Shalom, came in three different stages. There's the Rosh, the head, there's the Guf, the body, and then there's the Raglayim, the legs of a person. The Rosh, we know, has sight, and has the sense of hearing. The Rosh, you could see, you could hear. It says those were the first generations of Klal Yisrael. Those generations, they saw HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They heard the words at Har Sinai. That's the Rosh. The Rosh, the first part of a person, are the early generations of Klal Yisrael. The next thing, the next generations of Klal Yisrael are the Guf. They're the next level. The Guf has the heart. The Guf has the lave. There is no sight. there is no sound. But you know what the lave has? The lave has feelings. And that represents the next generations of Klal Yisrael, where they weren't at Har Sinai. They didn't see the Hashem of the Midbar. They didn't have Moshe Rabbeinu in front of them. But they still had the feelings. The feelings were still reverberating from those generations. And that is the guf. That is the next generations that came along. But then there is the raglayim. This is the lowest, the last part of a person. The raglayim are our generations. And our generations, the later generations, where of course we do not see and we cannot hear HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we don't have that connection of the guf to the leiv either. As we know, there's Yeridas HaDoros, the madrega of each door goes down. And the raglayim are the last generations, the generations that we live in. And you know what the lowest part of the raglayim are? That's our generation. The generation of the ikvus of the Mashiach, the lower, the heel of the foot, the bottom of the foot. And that's where we are living right now with this tremendous Hester. And everything that we have left is not from seeing it, and not from hearing it, and not from feeling it. Everything we have left is just from the emunah. And you know, it's unbelievable that we still believe after all that time. So the pasuk tells us, V'hoya ekev tishma'un. That is a tremendous V'hoya. There's a tremendous simcha in Shemayim. We have to understand, yes, everybody always tells you, we're on such a low madrega, we're so far from Har Sinai, our generations go down. But just know one thing, V'hoya ekev, that we are the generation of the ikvus of the Mashiach, and it's V'hoya ekev. It's a tremendous simcha in Shemayim that after all the persecution, and after all the generations, and after all the time that's passed, Yismachu HaShamayim V'Sogel Haaretz. There's tremendous joy for HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that Ekev, in the Ikvus of the Mashiach that we live in, that we are still here, and we still believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now we can understand why the reward in our pasuk is V'ahevecha v'iracha, that the bracha is going to be one of love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You know why? Because the way we serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we didn't see anything. We didn't hear anything. We don't even feel anything. We're so far removed, and we still love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We still have emunah. Give yourself credit. Just understand that Hashem is so rejoiced by the fact that you do anything, that you serve Hashem. And midah keneged midah, the reward for us in the ikvus of the Mashiach, in the Ekev, in our generation is va'ahevecha v'iracha. You love me for the sake of loving Hashem. Li'avas Hashem alekechem, v'yohavtas Hashem alekecha. I am going to give that back to you. I'm going to show you, yes, your generation. Va'ahevecha v'iracha. It's midah keneged midah. The level of our amunah shows so much to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not a gashmias reward, even though we're relatively on a low madrega, but Hashem loves us so much for believing. And where is there a better place than here in Eretz Yisrael, where the Torah tells us in this week's parsha, Tamid Einei Hashem Alekecha Ba. Hashem is always looking, checking, seeking out Eretz Yisrael. That Hashem is looking at us, Mereshis Hashana V'Yarach Rishana. Every day, HaKadosh Baruch Hu looks at the people of Eretz Yisrael. Hashem looks out for the good of the people of Eretz Yisrael. Hashem loves us, and He shows the love in the biggest way to the people of Eretz Yisrael, to the people of Yerushalayim, to the people of Chevron, the people that are here living the dream, living the connection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The more we show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we love Him, just remember, Hashem loves us so much, and there is tremendous rejoicing in Shamayim because we still love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even though we're in the lowest generation. The Rosh and the Guf have passed. We're in the Raglayim, not only the Raglayim, we're in the Ekev. We're at the bottom, and we still love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us, you know what? I love you and I will bless you. And we should all be Zoicha, first of all, to move back and to be here in Eretz Yisrael. We should all be Zoicha to the tremendous bracha of Hashem blessing us and loving us for all time.